What's happening, Wisdom Warriors? The light back at it for another video. How y'all doing, man? I'm going to get into this quick. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, comment, share, and hit that notification bell. We are about to get into a really deep topic. All right. So I was sitting out in nature, same place I am right now, and have my door open, just reflecting, thinking about some conversations that I was having. And one thing that puzzles me a lot about what's happening on the planet at this time, one thing that really puzzles me is you hear so many things and so much information. Of course, I go within and I listen what resonates with me the most, but I want to say that I started going back and forth because I had several different conversations with several different people about the same type of thing, like how we're going through this ascension process and it's the Great Awakening and we're moving into the 5D Earth and the Golden Age. And I've envisioned all of these things as a little kid, of oneness and the beauty all around and how we could manifest things instantaneously and all these different kinds of things. I've been contemplating that something is off here, something is wrong. But then I had this realization, and then the light bulb went off. And this has happened numerous different times, right? Where I say to myself, but I chose to come here. I chose to come here at this time. I threw up my hand and said, I'm ready to go down. And we already know that we can communicate with the spiritual realm, and we have angels and guides and all of that, right? So, and they're able to see everything, and they know how everything happens here, what this whole process is, what this game is all about, what this experiment is all about. They know all of it, right? So what makes you think that prior to us incarnating in this physical body, that we didn't know everything that was going on here before we said, I'm ready to go down? It's not like someone blindfolded us and said, you're just going down. We're not going to tell you what's going on. We're not going to tell you what it's like. You're just going down there. Yes, we're blindfolded once we come through the womb and we are born. We forget everything, or we slowly forget everything as we become programmed and told different things and how to think and how to move and how to learn. And so we we essentially, I lost my train of thought, sorry about that, guys. But so it's like, it's not like we were blindfolded and just sent down here not knowing what anything was like, and we full well knew what was happening, how it was going to be when we came down here, what this whole thing is about, how it all works. We just went through we came in, we incarnated into the human body. We forgot everything as we continued to get suppressed. Not everybody forgot everything, but it's like, when you think about it in that way, we already knew, what was happening here. We already knew that there was, like, you were going to incarnate and then you'd have to work a job and be in a family and, maybe have a relationship and, go through different trials and tribulations, but all depending on what you looked at every experience and situation through, like the lens you were looking through. So it's like we play these roles of like, oh man, like some days I don't want to be here, and then other days I do, and blah, blah, blah. And like kind of fall into these victim roles, like almost like as if you were forced down here against your will. And I would love to hear you speak of this in the comments about your thoughts, because I truly believe that Our soul obviously knew what it was getting itself into before we incarnated. And we were fully aware of what was going to happen and how this whole thing works and what's happening here and everything about it. And then we came in and we forgot. And we forgot who we are. We forgot that we're creating everything, that we are creators, that we came from God and we'll go back to God. We came from source, we'll go back to source. We came from the divine, we'll go back to the divine. You know, and so, you know, I kind of go back and forth about this because I'm like, man, but people are suffering. And then why would they incarnate, you know, to be a sex trafficker or are being sex trafficked? Or maybe some experience. I know that in these experiences, the soul leaves the body during that moment when whatever trauma or experience is happening. So it's like just really the body is feeling it. But I don't know. It just puzzles me because it's like, I know that we knew before we came in. We knew the body we were going to pick, the family we were going to pick. You know, maybe the people we were going to interact with, but that didn't, even though we picked all these different people to come in different situations with and different experiences with, our plan to come into that experience or interaction with that person was not laid out. It was not giving you a clear path to that. So because of the free will and free choice that we have, free will changes everything. So we could choose to go down a different path, and maybe you'll meet that same person in another way where they'll do something like maybe trigger you or, you know, wake something up within you, or, maybe you'll have an awakening through it. I mean, all depends, but I don't believe that it's fully laid out, your path, your soul's desire. Yeah. I mean, where you're going to get to through all these different things and these different experiences and building your courage and everything else. But we'll talk about that in another video. I just wanted to, this was coming up and I felt really called to record this video and share this. And I would love to hear, let's get a discussion going. I would love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments, because to me, I don't think so, man. You know, and sometimes I think, but then what was going through my mind is we've been playing a part in all of this for thousands and thousands of years to get to this point that we're at now, to then continue towards the golden age, you know? So it's like we knew what we were coming into even thousands of years ago, even 6,000 years ago, 5,000, whatever. We knew what we were coming into to prepare for thousands and thousands of years later when we're at the point that we're at now. And then when we're at the point of being very close to the golden age, you know, and that we're all creating it together, you know, and that these shifts left and right and front and back and, you know, are all in divine order, all perfectly perfect to lead us to where we're headed for humanity, you know. And so maybe we had to go through all of it, you know, to just experience these different things so that we know what we want and we know what we don't want. You know, we can harness the power we have and the creativity and create the things we want off of the things we learned that we don't want. You know what I mean? So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I love you all. I just feel like I'm going to come on and start having these discussions with you guys, you know, and just the downloads I receive and breaking them down and having conversations with you all and in different settings and different interactions, maybe food vlogs while we just talk about these deep, deep conversations. I love you all. I will see you soon. Like, subscribe, share, and comment, and hit that freaking notification bell. I love you all. I will see you soon in the next video. Let's go, Wisdom Warriors of Light. We got this.